You're watching Valley Vision TV on Comcast Channel 7.
Brookside Al Chuck Parker with you, and starting lineups being introduced to the crowd, so let's go ahead and bring those to you as well. And at one guard, a 5'9" junior, number 5, Marshall Hamilton from Herndon, Virginia. And at the other guard, the 6'3" senior from Stanton, Virginia, and Robert E. Lee High School, number 20, Darrell Hart. Number 22 is Nick English. He's a 6'5" senior forward from Blacksburg High School. Number 24, the aforementioned Marcus Mayo, 6' senior from Lexington, Virginia, and Rockbridge County High. And finally, number 25, Lamont King, a 6'4" forward from Roxborough, North Carolina. And now for your Roanoke College Maroons, at one guard, a 5'10" sophomore from James River High School, number 4, Ethan Humphreys. Number 11, Quasi Amponsa, 6' junior from Garfield High School up in Woodbridge, wearing number 11. Number 24 from Cave Spring High School here in Roanoke, standing 6'4", a sophomore, Clay Lacey. 34 is Logan Singleton, a 6'8" senior center from Hidden Valley High School. And finally, Jack Hamilton, a 6'4" sophomore from St. Stephen's up in Arlington, Virginia. Bill Tharp in his 7th season in charge of the Panther program. Paige Moyer in his 23rd year in charge of the Roanoke squad. Ferrum will be wearing their road black with gold numerals and white trim. Roanoke in their home whites with maroon numerals and black trim. And a bit smaller crowd on hand this afternoon than we had yesterday for the opening ball game of this season. Roanoke comes in 0-1, Ferrum 0-2, having lost to Lynchburg and Emory.
And I know it's kind of jumping ahead, but from what Coach Tharp said, you know, Lynchburg College making a change there with former Maroon Hillary Scott, really starting to change and have a little bit different outcome for the Hornets. So that should be interesting to see as the season goes on.
All right, we're just about set to go. Singleton to jump it up against King. Ball's tipped into the backcourt and controlled by the Panthers, and it will be English to bring it across. Quickly driving is King on the left side. He knocks into Amponsa. Tim Comer with the whistle and the first personal foul of the ball game.
Amponsa a little late on the shuffle over, on the slide over for the help side. Got to get outside the line. The new half arc that is being shown now for the college game.
And King notches the first point of the ball game. And gets them both. King had 14 points and 7 boards in the ball game against Emory, and they're going to show some full court pressure here against the Maroons.
Look at a little zone pressure. Roanoke's got to make sure they get someone in the middle of the floor and be able to hit the middle of the floor to reverse it to the other side. And
that's what Humphreys does with Hamilton helping him out. Roanoke on the attack now as Ferrum switches to man-to-man. Hamilton high on the right side, bounces it down low for Singleton's ball. Ball is deflected out by King. As we said in the pregame, Chuck, they're going to go inside early and often and try to take advantage of Singleton's height inside.
Yeah, they're going to look to his height, and also what people may not understand, Logan has such a long wingspan that really helps him out as well.
2-0 Panthers. We're just underway. Humphreys out front, guarded by Hamilton. Goes into Singleton, right block, jump hook long off the back of the rim, rebound and run out by Marcus Mayo. Amponsa quickly back on defense. They go down low. And trying reverse layup was English, going left to right, and Singleton there to bother the shot. Roanoke rebounds, looks to push. Ferrum quickly back on defense. They'll slow it up. We've got a push away from the basketball, and I believe that's going to go against English, shoving Humphreys to the ground.
Humphreys looking to set a down screen to allow Logan to pop to the corner. And English just running through the screen, pushing him to the floor, picks up the personal foul.
Roanoke inbounding right baseline. Lacey on the wing. Mayo all over him. Roanoke being much more patient on offense this time. Lacey drives, one little floater from the baseline over the top of the basket. Not on balance on that shot. It's an easy rebound for King.
Lacey may need to take one extra dribble and do a jump stop, get himself under control next time. Good look, though.
Ferrum with the ball, moving left to right. English fakes the three, tries to drive around. Singleton travels with the basketball.
English, a Blacksburg product. He and Logan Singleton, many battles in the high school ranks, so I'm sure they're familiar with each other's moves. A little quick on the drive, called for the travel.
Little man pressure up the floor. Hamilton on Humphreys. Give to Amponsah, back to Humphreys. Drives left side all the way to the basket. Reverse layup left to right, and he scores.
Humphreys using the backboard as almost another defender.
As Lacey's going to get called for trying to draw the charge on King at the other end of the floor. His first, team second.
And that's something that Ferrum College is going to look at when they get the ball in the perimeter. They're going to catch, and if they have a chance, they're going to look to drive by and create some layups.
Now, Roanoke drew a few charges yesterday. Hamilton has his pass deflected by Amponsah, recovered in the middle of the lane. And one-handed runner is short by Mayo, picked up by Singleton. Here come the Maroons. Roanoke right to left. Amponsah dropping baseline, and Mitchell knocks the ball out of bounds. Hamilton, rather.
Quasi looking to drive the baseline, flatten out the defense. Logan Singleton was on his way around the arc, maybe trying to pick up a three-point shot.
Lacey cutting to the basket off the inbounds, has it taken away underneath by Mayo. Hamilton, out it comes. Mayo drives right side all the way to the basket. Dipsy-do layup is good.
You could just see the upper body strength of Marcus Mayo being able to get to the basket, control his body, and put the shot up for two.
Singleton, right wing outside three. Give it up to Humphreys. Now he'll look to post up left side. Wants the ball. Amponsah lobs it in. Double team. Singleton turns, shoots, and short on the 12-foot jumper.
And contest by Ferrum.
Coming the other way, Mayo drops it off for King for the layup. He's got 4 points. It's a 6-2 Panther lead with 16:50 to go in the first half.
And Roanoke, much like yesterday, when you miss a shot, you better get back on defense because the team is going to push it down and try to get some layups.
Amponsah drives to the basket, behind the back move in the paint, goes to the left hand and lays it in off the window. Maroons within 2. Hamilton between the circles against Humphreys. Over to Mayo, down low they go. English to the foul line. King nearly loses the ball. Deflected by Hamilton and stolen by Humphreys. They go to Amponsah, right side. Awkward layup as the defense came over nicely to get in his way. Gets his own rebound. Baseline shot is short from the left corner. And Mayo will push it ahead to Hamilton. Humphreys is back. Hamilton goes down low. Jump hook from King is good.
This is the pace that Ferrum wants to play. They like to get the ball out, push it up, and try to create some opportunities in the mismatch.
8-4 Panthers. 15:43 mark of the first half. Singleton posting now on the right side. Skips it across to Lacey, goes through his hands and into the Ferrum bench. So a turnover for Roanoke.
Substitutions on for both teams.
Coming in for Ferrum is Sean Good, number 44, along with Malik Myers, number 4. King, Mayo, and Hamilton stay out there. Zach Barrett is out there as we got a foul called on the penetration. It's going to be an offensive foul called on Hamilton as Ethan Humphreys, not afraid to stand in front of a freight train and get taken out, draws the charge.
Ethan Humphreys, a young man who spends a lot of time in the weight room.
They actually backed off some of his weightlifting last year. He really lost his touch with his shot.
And he is one that is not afraid to step in, like you said, if need be, and take that charge, sacrifice his body for the team.
Steven Vulovic has come in, number 3 for the Maroons, along with Zach Barrett, number 15. And Humphreys will drive left all the way to the rack, gets shoved to the ground, and he'll go to the line for a pair as Good gives him a bump, knocks him to the ground. I think Ethan spent more time horizontal than vertical so far in this game.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time on the floor.
Well, it's one of the reasons that Roanoke wanted him. Coach Moyer was really aggressively recruiting him because he was such a warrior. Makes the first free throw, and last year really struggled from the foul line. Looked mighty good on that one. He can bring the Maroons to within 2. Short. Rebound, Singleton follows it up and in. Singleton's first basket. It's 8-7 now. Maroons trail, 5 minutes gone by.
And Logan once again using his athletic ability, but also that wingspan to just get the ball and keep it up and put up the offensive rebound.
Mayo double team, misses the shot in the lane, gets his own rebound. Follow shot, no good. Ball's on the ground, knocked out of bounds by Humphreys, and that was good in there fighting for the loose ball after the second miss. Barrett is a dogged defender, and he's in there specifically to make Mayo's life difficult. They inbound right side. Banking in the 3 is Myers from the right wing off the inbounds. They're going to call it a 2.
That's a tough angle and a tough shot.
The toe was on the line. Vulovic drives, dishes to Humphreys underneath the basket in traffic. Tries to kick it out, and we've got a foul called inside.
And I think they're going to say Humphreys was shooting. They're going to give him two foul shots.
And Myers picks up the personal foul, his first, team's 4th, and that'll put Humphreys back at the free throw line. Long on that one. As number 30, Daniel Echo, is going to come in for Singleton. Echo, 6'7" freshman, they're very excited about.
Yeah, Coach Moyer's really upbeat about this young man's future.
And long again is Humphrey, so he misses 3 in a row. Ferrum rebounds, looks to run. Up by 3. King out top, left side for Hamilton, looking inside. Bounce it down low. Good, to the basket, double team, kicks it out. Myers again hits a 3 from the right side, or I should say this time hits a 3 from the right side as Vulovic had doubled down.
Double down and late on the recovery out. You must close out with high active hands.
Largest lead of the game at 6 for the Panthers. Hamilton at the foul line. Pull-up jumper, right elbow, off-balance shot, spins in. Again, Ferrum pulls the ball out of the net and looks to push the other way, but Roanoke back on defense.
Make some misses. Ferrum's going to look to put the pressure on Roanoke by forcing the ball up the floor.
Panthers by 4. King, top of the key. Hamilton has him. And we have a foul inside. And they're going to call that on 25. I believe that's King. Yep. King picks up the personal foul. And we have a timeout on the floor with 13:29 remaining in the first half. Panthers lead 13-9. Roanoke with the basketball when we come back in 30 seconds on ESPN Radio.
Hey Roanoke fans, come out to the Bass Center on Saturday, December 3rd for Roanoke College's Maroon Madness. The action begins at 1 p.m. as the men's basketball team faces off with ODAC rival Lynchburg College, followed by the women's basketball team squaring off against Emory and Henry at 3 o'clock. The afternoon includes giveaways and prizes like a 32-inch TV, a $1,000 gift card to the Roanoke College bookstore, an iPod, and much, much more. Come out and support Roanoke College's Maroon Madness.
Take the first shot that's available to you. I think Roanoke forced a few shots yesterday, but today they're looking to work the ball a little bit inside. They're creating some space and keeping some good spacing on the floor, which is opening up the floor a little bit for them for better shots.
Ferrum trapping. They've got Imponsah trapped in the corner now on the offensive end. And he's going to quickly call a timeout. 30-second timeout taken by the Maroons.
And that's something that Coach Tharp is able to do with the athletes that he has on the floor. Out of a timeout, switch something up defensively and do something a little bit different, give them a different look, and actually force Roanoke into a quick timeout.
And Roanoke has put Jordan Thacker, number 2, in at the point to give Ethan Humphreys a break. He's out there with Imponsah, Hamilton, Barrett, and Echo on the other side of things. Hamilton has returned. Myers still out on the floor. English back in. And as we've got a body turned sideways here. Charles Warren, number 54, has come in the ball game, a 6'5 junior. Imponsa in the right corner. Covered up, gives it up to Hamilton. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. They go into Echo, right post, turns to the middle. Little jump hook is short. Almost gets his own rebound. It's knocked free and picked up by Hamilton. He'll run the other way. Thacker's back. Leaner in the lane, no good off the back of the rim. Rebound. Ball's lost by Warren, trying to follow it up and in, and Barrett grabs the loose ball. Here's Hamilton from 15, right side, long. Echo keeps it alive, and it will be into the seats as Hamilton follows the ball into the chairs, courtside.
And I'm noticing pretty good effort from Roanoke College tonight, something that, Coach Moyer is very glad to see. A good rebound game from yesterday's game against Emory.
Myers driving left side against Imponsa, loses the handle, and they let it go out of bounds. It'll be Roanoke basketball, and that is the 5th turnover of the game for Ferrum. Roanoke with just 2 miscues.
Singleton and Lacey back in for the Maroons.
Roanoke shooting just 36% on the game. That was the problem yesterday. They go down low to Singleton, ball's poked away, he runs it down in the corner. Imponsa driving around his man to the basket, foul called on the floor prior to the shot, and that's going to be the 2nd personal foul on Malik Myers.
And the thing that you have to really understand about the game of basketball, you may shoot a poor percentage, and some of that may be because of shot selection, and other times the shots just may not be falling. I think Roanoke has actually taken some pretty good shots so far this game. They're just not falling. It's one of those things you just keep working your offense, and hopefully they're going to eventually fall for you.
Adam Kessler in for Zach Barrett. He handles the inbounds play out top. Imponsa directing traffic to Singleton, top of the key. Hand off to Kessler, looking to drive. Double team, can't get it inside to Singleton. Now they do from the wing. Singleton turns, finds Thacker, cutting to the basket, wide open for the layup.
A nice give and go by Logan Singleton, realizing he had 2 men on him.
Warren goes reverse layup from the right block to the left side and scores over Singleton.
Little spin move a la Robert Parrish from back in the Celtic days.
We've got a blocking foul inside. Roanoke being very aggressive going to the hole in this game.
And I've noticed the toughness that they're displaying, not only on the offensive end of going to the basket, but also fighting through screens, trying to take charges. Something I'm sure that Coach Moore and his staff have emphasized in the preseason is that toughness that you need to compete every night in the ODAC.
Imponsa will get a couple of free throws here as he makes the first. That was the 7th team foul against Ferrum, so Roanoke will be shooting the rest of the way. Imponsa with 3 points on the game, matching his total from yesterday afternoon against Emory. He also had 3 steals in that ball game, switches the 2nd free throw. So he's got 4 points to lead the Maroons in that category. Roanoke has crept to within 2 with the 11:27 to go in the first half. Out top for 3 from out front is Javante Rankin, and he knocks it in.
And Rankin just gets his feet set, eyes it, and puts it down for a 3-pointer.
Lacey will drive left side, go to the basket, shot swatted away, gets the loose ball. Puts it back up, scored in the foul. And that foul will go against Nick English. Picks up the personal foul, his 2nd personal foul.
And Clay Lacey staying with the basketball, even though he missed a shot, got his rebound, got it knocked away, kept with it, and then put it up and actually drew the foul, going to the line for 1.
So Lacey will go to the free throw line with a chance to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play. And he does. Clay really worked hard in the offseason. They're very excited about his opportunities this year.
Came from a very successful high school team, a couple state championships, so he knows about winning.
King underneath left side, swatted away by Singleton, helping out Lacey. Humphreys with the loose ball. Nearly throws it away. Picked up by Impunsa in front of the Ferrum bench. He'll drive baseline. Fan it out to Singleton. Two-pointer from the right corner is good.
That's something that Logan Singleton can give you. He can give you an outside shot as well as an inside.
4 for Singleton, and he ties the game at 18 with 10:24 to go in the half. Rankin out front. Now Warren pops out top of the key. Over to Rankin, right side, outside 3. Down low they go to King against Lacey. Turnaround jumper, no good, but Lacey swats him on the arm, picks up his second personal.
That's his second. 13 foul. On the line for the Panthers, number 25, King.
That's only the third foul on Roanoke College. 10:10 to go in the first half.
King hits the first one. He's got 7 points to lead all scorers. Puts Ferrum back on top.
Hamilton checks in for Clay Lacey.
Bricks the second one. Long ball's tipped out to Humphreys. Ethan looking to run. 2 on 3. Impunsa, right corner. Fakes the 3. Give it out front. Singleton, top of the key. 3. In and out. Rebound loose. Picked up by the Panthers. And stolen away by Humphreys. Knocks it out of bounds as he took it away from Rankin, trying to come up the right sideline.
Roanoke continue to play aggressive man-to-man defense, matching up on the inside.
Mayo out top against Kessler. Tries to shake him but can't. Hand to Rankin with 18 to shoot between the circles. Back to Mayo, driving right side around Kessler. Humphreys tries to come over and draw the charge. No call as he was inside the arc, and Mayo scores the bucket. He's got 4. And the Panthers knock the ball into the sideline on the far side, coming down the floor.
Ferrum
Roanoke basketball.
Sorry, Rick. Ferrum a little 2-2-1 pressure on that make. Might look to try to turn up the heat here and get a couple easy steals after makes.
Andrew Daniels has now come in for Roanoke, replacing Kessler. Singleton wants it in the right block.
Nice backdoor cut by Daniels.
Singleton, foul line jumper is short, and fumbling the ball out of bounds is Rankin, who's all alone in the paint. Everybody else had taken off the other way. Just took his eye off the ball, and it squirted off the baseline. So Roanoke catches a break there on the turnover. They lob inside to Singleton off the inbound play, but he'll have to give it up right side for Daniels. 3, and air ball over the top. Darryl Hart out front. He's been quiet so far. Fakes the 3, dribble drive, jump stop in the lane, hangs, shoots, misses as Singleton was there to help out. Humphreys has the rebound. Roanoke right to left in the first half. Trailing by 3 with 8:47 to play. Impunsa between the circles. Gets a screen left. Singleton rolls. There's nothing there. Daniels drives. Kicks it out top. Shot clock at 15 as Humphreys drives the middle. Throws it over to Singleton. Left side from 15. That's no good. And rebound ripped down by King. And at the other end, missing the layup is Mayo. And on the rebound, traveling is going to be called on, let's see who that is, Warren, I think, yes, as he went to the ground with the rebound. And a big break for the Maroons there as Daniels turned his back on the fast break.
Yeah, he turned his back, and it would have been an easy layup for Ferrum. The Maroons going a few possessions here empty. They need to make sure they try to get a good shot and a make.
Echo now in for Singleton, trying to post. Impunsa goes hard to the rim, misses the shot, foul called. And I tell you, this has been a very impressive display by the Maroons of aggressiveness offensively. It hasn't translated into many points, but they are actually breaking down the defense with regularity.
Yeah, they're breaking down the defense with regularity and attacking, being able to create and get some open shots and some foul shots as Impunsa hits the first one.
Quasi now 3 for 3 from the line. Second one is perfect. So he's got 6 points to pace the Maroons. Rankin trying to push it the other way. Roanoke back on D. Under 8 minutes to play. 1 point ball game. Pull-up jumper off the move is no good. Rebound loose, picked up by Hamilton. Ahead to Ampunsa, down the left side, goes to the rim, lay it in off the glass.
And from the angle I'm looking at, I didn't think Quaz was going to be able to catch up with the pass.
Rankin a three, hits it at the other end.
Good job by Ferrum of not giving up once Roanoke tied the ball game.
Inside, Echo lays it in and he's fouled. Devontae Sutter.
And I know in talking with Coach Moyer this summer, Echo was working the camp that Coach Moyer runs during the summer months, and he was just very excited about this young man, about the possibilities, and he said he plays with such excitement and such emotion, as you see right there. Sprints the length of the floor, posts up, gets the ball inside, and puts it in for an easy score and also the foul.
I think that foul may have been on Sean Good. Free throw is good from Echo. And now Roanoke on top, 25-24.
And also one thing to look at with 7 minutes to go, they're going to be shooting 2 foul shots from here on out because Roanoke is now in the double bonus.
Down low, King, right block, out to the foul line. Warren's ugly jumper is an air ball that goes out of bounds. Cocked that thing back from behind his head. English comes in, and King comes out.
Coach Tharp looking to drop back to some half-court man-to-man instead of the full court, being with the 10 fouls that he has.
Hamilton, top of the key, over right side for Echo, down low it goes. Daniels looking for an opening, leans in, off-balance shot, it's an air ball. In traffic, that's not one that you want to take.
That's one of those, if you're Daniel, you catch and you shot fake, and if nothing happens, go ahead and kick the ball out. It's early in the shot clock, and you've kind of got Ferrum at a little bit of a reeling on the rope. So,
all right, we have a break in the action. Roanoke with its first lead of the ball game, 25-24, 6:49 remaining before the break. We're back after this 30-second break right here on ESPN Radio.
Be sure to catch Roanoke College sports on Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7 in Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, Lexington, and Blacksburg. Brought to you by Mac and Bob's, Main Street, Salem. For programming information or schedules, go to valleyvisiontv.com.
All right, we're going to keep going here as we're having a little radio issue, but we're still live on the web. Ferrum with the ball moving left to right. English over on the left side will drive the middle. Singleton there, pull-up jumper short. Rebound hits the floor, picked up by Echo. Roanoke doing a good job on the glass.
Rebounding hard.
Daniels drives right baseline to the basket, and he will get fouled on his way to the hole. And if you're struggling, Chuck, you're having trouble hitting your jumper, what do you want to do? Get to the basket.
Hey, that's the first thing you need to do is go ahead and catch the ball, secure it. If you can drive by your man, put him at a disadvantage there. And Roanoke College doing a real good job. You know, the outside shots may not be falling, but they are attacking the basket when they have the chance. And I'm not sure what the free throw stats are, but they are definitely have more attempts than Ferrum College.
As they do a little housekeeping, this is Division III, so we don't have ball boys down there wiping everything up. Daniel Echo doing some house cleaning. Daniels at the line, cans the free throw, and that's got to feel mighty good to him.
Yes. Take the lid off the basket for that young man.
Second one is perfect. See if that gets him going. Roanoke now up by 3, their largest lead. Ferrum's led by as many as 6. 6:20 to go before halftime. They bounce it down low to Warren. Back out it comes to Rankin, and he nails his second 3 of the ball game. He's got 8 points, and I don't know if you really need Humphreys doubling down.
No, I don't know that you need Humphreys doubling down. You can always come from the opposite side on the perimeter, give you a little bit more time to recover. But he's already hit 2 threes, and you might want to make sure you maybe go half instead of a full double down.
Daniels drives right side again. This time has his shot blocked. Picked up by the Panthers. Quickly the other way. Rankin, bounce pass inside. Gets it back. Goes to English. Left side layup good.
Nice fast break by Ferrum College, being able to pass the ball, and it did not hit the floor once it got over half court.
Couple quick baskets. And Ferrum is back on top by 2. Left corner, Humphreys goes inside for Echo. Bad pass stolen away. 2-on-4. Ferrum will slow things up. Humphreys with the steal on the pass to the top. Down the right side he goes. To the basket. Lays it up and scores.
Ethan Humphreys being able
has
to read
5
the passing
for the Maroons.
lane.
It's tied at 29 with 5:05 to go. Inside, Warren, jump hook off the window, not there. Follow shot, won't fall either. And Echo went out of bounds, came back in to grab the loose ball, and will go back over to the Panthers. And fresh legs coming in for the Maroons. Amponsa, Barrett, and Hamilton will join Humphreys and Singleton. Ferrum with the ball, left baseline, inbounding out top to Hart, who's been very quiet in this game. He'll drive, pull up from 12, right side, bury the jumper.
Tough shot. Going to his right, pulling up very quickly for the soft jumper.
Panthers back on top. Singleton inside, jump hook, no good. Rebound English. Long pass down the floor. Pass across deflected. Here comes Amponsa, loses it off the outlet from Singleton from behind. Good hustle by Sutter to knock it free. And now Hamilton will control things from out front. Goes into the left corner. Wide open 3 on the way. Off the side of the backboard. And that was Hart, who can really shoot from deep. Long pass for Barrett. Misses the bunny from Humphreys. May have been a little bit too far under the basket. At the other end, English will get an open layup and score.
And a steal on the inbounds play. Lazy pass and another score.
And that's Hart. Hart with 4.
And that's how quickly Ferrum College can turn just quick turnovers into easy points.
35-29, matching their largest lead of the ball game. Down 2 just moments ago. Amponsa, 3 from the left side is off right. Not the shot you want early in the shot clock. You can get that shot anytime. Here's Warren at the other end.
Especially if you're Amponsa, who's made a living this evening going to the basket and getting fouled.
Hamilton bounce it down low, and Hamilton's going to get called for the foul on the push. Trying to guard English in the post.
And that's something that Roanoke College may have to learn, and the learning curve is going to have to be short if they want to be successful this year. Ferrum has made a little run at you. You don't want to come down and then kind of compound those problems by taking some quick, ill-advised shots.
Dante Thomas, number 10, in for the Panthers. Alex Wendt in for the Maroons, number 42, 6'7" freshman post player. 3 minutes left in the half. Hamilton against Humphreys. Right side goes down low to Warren. Warren gets around the freshman. Reverse layup's no good. Rebound Hamilton.
Nice box out by Hamilton pursuing the basketball.
Hamilton looking to drive right side to the basket. Shot no good. Wendt with the follow from the left side.
And once again, Roanoke College is starting to get their scores by driving to the basket and creating opportunities.
They go down low to English. He's doubled. Out it comes to Hamilton. Back inside to English. And jump hook rattles around and drops.
Little jump hook by English in the paint. Nice touch by the
English
big fella from
has
Blacksburg.
6. And from the left corner, Barrett misses the shot. Maroons trail by 6, 2:07 left. Hart right side against Hamilton. Send it out front. Ferrum taking their time here, up by 6. Three-pointer from the left side off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Amponsa. Dante Thomas with the miss. And here comes Hamilton, right side open for three, way off the mark. I'm not sure Coach Moyer wanted that shot as he puts hand to forehead and walks the other way.
Once again, Roanoke College had a couple opportunities here where they could cut into this lead and settling for the quick, early in the shot clock three-pointer.
They go down low to English in the right block. Out top it comes. Hart, a three, good. Hart all of a sudden has 7 points. At the other end, Hamilton goes to the basket and he's fouled. And that will be Warren with the personal.
Roanoke College kind of getting away from what got them back into the ball game with the, driving to the basket, looking for the open man, making the extra pass. Settled for a couple three-point shots the last few possessions, and now Hamilton going to the line once he gets fouled on the drive.
And the first free throw is in there. It's Hamilton's first point of the ball game by my tally. No, he had a jump shot early in the game. Check that. He's got 3.
And Coach Moore with 1:14 to go. Down 8, needs to have some defensive stops. Would love to cut this lead under 5 going into the half.
Rankin goes over to Hart right side against Barrett, outside the arc. Crosses over to the left hand, gets to the elbow, give it up. In the left corner they go. And Sutters loses the ball, and Humphreys right there to fight with him on the floor. It goes out of bounds. Well, that's Dante Thomas with Humphreys on the floor, and it'll be Roanoke basketball.
And Humphreys on the floor, I think, is something we're probably going to say a lot this year. He doesn't
said a lot this game.
Yeah, doesn't mind getting physical.
And Ponsah drives left, pull-up jumper from 15, banks it in, and he's knocked to the ground. A 15-footer from the left side, and he got hip-checked.
He got hip-checked on the way down, but was able to bank it in.
Thomas picks up the personal foul. And Ponsah, such an athlete, really elevated and paid for it right there.
And a very soft touch going to the basket as well.
He's got 8 points now to lead Roanoke. Chance for 9. Free throw short, but rolls over the front rim and drops through.
Nice shooter's touch.
Well, 40 seconds to play. 32 on the shot clock in the first half. Maroons now down by 5, 40-35. Barrett nearly with the steal on pass to Hart on the right wing. Rankin throws it over to Thomas, and Tom Ponsah will tie him up, and it should be Maroon basketball, I believe it is. So Roanoke forcing the turnover. Turnovers in the ball game, 9 for the Panthers, 5 for the Maroons. 16 seconds to play in the half. Shot clock is off. Barrett nearly loses the pass to the wing, out of bounds. In trouble, gets it to Hamilton in the right corner. Give it up, Ponsah, 3 from the right side. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 12 for Ponsah, and the Panthers cannot get off a shot at the buzzer. And Roanoke, chest bumping as they go to the locker room, has cut that 9-point deficit to 2 points at the intermission. We will take this timeout. We'll be back with our halftime show in just a few moments. Don't go away. You're listening to Roanoke College basketball right here on your home for local, regional, and national sports, ESPN Radio.
Mac and Bob's opened for business in 1980. Over the years, we've grown from 10 stools to a full-service restaurant that seats 330 people. Now we invite you to come try our new breakfast menu, featuring sweet potato pancakes, eggs Benedict, omelets made to order, stuffed French toast, homemade sausage and gravy biscuits, and much more. Open for breakfast Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m., Sunday brunch 10 a.m. till 2. See you for breakfast at Mac and Bob's in Salem.
Be sure to catch Roanoke College sports on Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7 in Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, Lexington, and Blacksburg. Brought to you by Mac and Bob's, Main Street, Salem. For programming information or schedules, go to valleyvisiontv.com.
Rick Seidel, Chuck Parker with you. As Roanoke looking for its first win on the season after dropping a decision yesterday to Emory University, the 13th ranked team in the country. And Ferrum also looking for their first victory. They're 0-2, having lost to Lynchburg College as well as Emory here in this tournament. Chuck, your thoughts about what each team needs to do in the second half?
Well, in the second half, what Ferrum is going to need to look to do is create their defensive pressure without having any fouls. They had 13 fouls in the first half to only 4 for Roanoke College. That's going to be a really big contributing factor for them. Roanoke College is going to need to make sure they take good shots and have good shot selection. They were successful when they were driving the ball to the basket. They were attacking the basket, looking for the extra pass instead of having that first pass be a wide open three-pointer that they can get, like you said many times, any time in your offense.
It will be Panther basketball moving right to left in the second half. Mitchell will bring it across, Hamilton will bring it across the timeline against Humphreys. They go left baseline to King, Lacey right there. Out to Mayo, back into King in the block. Double team, kick it out, Hamilton back inside. King going baseline, turn around jumper off the window and in.
Tough shot and actually good defensive possession by Roanoke. They forced him to take a hard shot. Clay Lacey playing big and made him shoot it outside the paint. Just a nice shot.
So King now with 9 as Singleton loses the offensive rebound off the Impansa miss.
And once again, Impansa, Roanoke putting up a quick 3.
Layup missed at the other end. Ball's loose on the ground. Impansa is crashing into Hart at midcourt. Both of them diving for the loose ball. And we have a timeout taken. And
30-second timeout by Ferrum to keep possession of the basketball. And like we said, you know, what I just mentioned a few minutes ago, the key to the second half for Roanoke, they come down in their first possession and take a quick three-point shot. Singleton did get the offensive rebound, but it was stolen from him. But, you know, shot selection is going to be very important in the second half for Roanoke College.
42-38 our score, 19:08 to go in this ball game. Roanoke's next contest will be Tuesday evening on the road at Bluefield State. All right, so it'll be Ferrum basketball. Quentin Murphy will hand it off to Mayo, who'll throw inbounds. Hamilton across the timeline against Humphreys. Hart, who's starting the second half out there. Foul line, King driving on Singleton. Kick it out to Hamilton. We go to Hart on the far side, can't get loose. English, baseline jumper, right side, knocks it in from 13 feet.
Good ball movement by Ferrum College of looking to make that extra pass.
Panthers up by 6. They go inside to Singleton, throw it away. Lacey trying to enter the ball from the corner.
Lacey might look to do a bounce pass next time, take a little bit of the juice off of that pass.
Hamilton goes on the right baseline. Driving is King. His jumper is short. Rebound on the floor. It's going to be picked up by Hamilton. And Hamilton's hurt. See if he tries to run it off. May have twisted an ankle or a knee. Looks like he's all right. They're going to call a hand check foul on Humphreys. That'll be his first personal. Looks like Hamilton is shaking off whatever that little tweak was that happened to his ankle. He's fine. Mayo in backcourt, crosses over against Impansa. Down low right, they go to King. Under the basket for the reverse layup, and he gets pushed. And I believe that will be Hamilton. Let's see.
That's about the 4th time this afternoon that Ferrum has caught the ball on one block, spun quickly, and actually tried to get to the opposite side. Something obviously Coach Tharp must work on in practice, being able to use that backboard and rim as another defender. and shield off the defensive guy from coming over.
Free throw from King is good. He's now 4 of 5 from the foul line. In double figures with 10. Make it 11. Under 18 minutes to go. Ferrum pushing the lead now back out to 8.
Quick 6-0 run for him in the second half to start off.
And Roanoke, an unforced error. Imponsah throwing the ball away. It's got to be frustrating for a coach. You end the first half on a nice run there to cut to the lead to 2, and now back to playing sloppy and rushing things.
Exactly, and the thing is, you don't need to play with any anxiousness. You still got 17 minutes left in the game. Just play what you're supposed to be doing, run the game plan.
And English with a runner over Singleton in the middle of the lane. Hung in the air and got it over the long arm of Singleton, and now it's a 10-point lead. That's the largest of the ball game. 48-38. They lob inside to Singleton, misses the layup, gets his own rebound, fouled as he goes up for the follow. And they're going to give English, I think, the personal.
Coach
Third
Moyer,
foul on English. Go ahead.
Coach Moyer quickly calling his players over to tell them on the defensive end, make sure that you are boxing out and rebounding and doing those little things to get us back in the game.
Inbound to Singleton in traffic, lays it in, left of the basket. Double team, got it up and in anyway. 6 for Singleton. English with the 3 fouls, bounce it inside. Imponsah steps in front of Mayo for the steal. Quasi down the floor, 2 on 5. They'll set up the half court. Imponsah will drive. Dish inside, lose the ball. It will belong to Ferrum, is getting a little out of control there. You were just talking about not rushing things.
Yeah, and another thing that Roanoke College has done is they're not having good spacing. So when you're driving, you have more people within that lane, both your guys and the opponent as well.
Rankin back on at the point. Now it's Hart who travels, says Tim Comer, trying to make a move on Lacey.
What Roanoke College did a real good job of in the first half is keeping that spacing so that when you can create shots when you drive to the basket.
Left corner, Humphreys into Singleton. Double team, the cutter, Lacey can't handle the pass. It comes to Hamilton, who rattles in a 12-footer from the right baseline.
One of those look what I found moments for Jack Hamilton, but nice little jumper from the side.
He's got 5. King at the other end misses. Ball's tipped on the rebound, controlled by Imponsah. So Roanoke can cut the lead now from 6 down to Imponsah. Well, forget that, as he has his pocket picked by Mayo. Ahead it comes to Rankin. Over Humphreys, no, but he'll get the foul. Second foul on Ethan, and Rankin will go to the line for a couple.
And that's just how quickly Ferrum College can get back on the offensive possession.
And as Rankin goes to the line, a couple of football scores for you. The Redskins leading the Cowboys in the third quarter 17-10 as the first free throw is missed. The Ravens on top of the Bengals 17-14, playing without Ray Lewis today. Second free throw is good.
And now Ferrum looking at a little 1-2-2 trap, full court.
They come to Imponsah in the middle in the front court. To Singleton. Skip it to Humphreys on the left side, outside 3, into Lacey. Lacey backing down Rankin. Bank shot no good. Rebound loose. King controls. Loses it. Picked up by Rankin. Ahead it comes to Hart. Hart around Imponsah for the layup. 9 for Hart. 9-point lead. 15:28 to go. Singleton fakes the 3, drives, dishes. Imponsah on the left corner. Got a little congestion now. They lob into Singleton. Double team. Spins to the middle. Misses the jump hook. Follows it up and in.
Logan Singleton using his length to be able to tip that ball back in on his own offensive rebound.
Good defense by Lacey on Hart. Hamilton pokes the entry pass to King into the Ferrum bench. Barrett will come in for Lacey. Warren comes in for English, and Vulovic will come in for Imponsah for the Maroons. 15:04 to play. Roanoke trailing by 7. Hard off the inbound in the left corner. Barrett all over him. Mayo trying to post up Vulovic. Not there. Pops out to the top of the key to get the ball. He'll drive left side. Pump fake, double team, kick it. King, jumper, short. Left side, followed up and in by Warren, who got around Singleton.
Yeah, Warren got around Logan Singleton, was able to push him out and get the rebound and put it back up for a quick 2.
53-44 Panthers. 14.5 left. Barrett trying to go inside to Singleton. They double team. Foul is called by Tim Comer.
I think Zach Barrett's lucky. He might have been a walk. It hadn't been a call, so.
So Warren and English both have 3 for the Panthers, as does Good. Humphreys left baseline, inbounds to Hamilton. Tries to muscle it up and is fouled, and that's going to be Warren, I believe, and that will be his 4th, if that's right. They give it to King, his 2nd. Hamilton will go to the line, 1 for 2 on the day from the stripe. Misses the first one short. Second shot, short as well. And the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say Roanoke basketball. I thought that went off the Maroons.
It looked like it went off the Maroons as well, but I'm sure Coach Moyer and the Maroons are going to take this. This is a good opportunity for them. Extra possession.
Barrett off the inbound right side. Hamilton goes into Echo. Echo in the middle, turns in traffic, and is going to call for steps. As the freshman was triple teamed there.
A young mistake. I know the mentality is he wants to have something good happen, but right there you need to catch. When the defense comes upon you, make sure you secure the basketball. Just pivot and look for the open man. Because usually on the opposite side, someone's going to be standing wide open for an open jumper.
Here comes Rankin bringing the ball up against Humphreys. Malik Myers, number 4, is now on the floor for Ferrum. Hart far side against Barrett. Gets a screen, looks to drive to the foul line, loses it. Rankin's got the loose ball, he travels as Humphreys jumps out on him. And we have a timeout called. And this will be a full timeout, so we will take the break as well. Ferrum extending their lead to 9, 53-44 with 13:53 to go in the second half. We'll take this break and be back in 30 on ESPN Radio.
Roanoke College, timeless and true, smart and solid, practical and professional, making discoveries about yesterday, creating visions for tomorrow, lifted by a winning college spirit, forging lifetime friendships with professors who prepare you for a place at the head of an operating table or another bright future. Roanoke College, classic for tomorrow.
Hey, Chuck Parker here today, and some scores from the NFL. Carolina on top of Detroit, 27-21 in the third quarter. Tampa Bay losing to Green Bay, 21-13 in the third. The Dolphins all over the Bills, 35-6 third quarter. The Raiders 24-7 on top of the Vikings, also third period. Redskins just missed a field goal, so they're still up on the Cowboys in the third, 17-10. And the Bengals trail the Ravens by 3 in the third period. Roanoke with the basketball, moving left to right, down by 9. Ferrum showing some trap. Roanoke moving the ball and having it stolen away by Rankin. Hamilton with the bad pass. Roanoke looking tentative there, not cutting to the basketball, to the open area. Down low, King. Turnaround over Hamilton is short.
Good box out by Roanoke College. All three guys on the middle had good defensive positioning.
Echo comes away with the ball. They go to Hamilton on the left baseline. To Echo, cutting to the basket for the layup. Coach Moyer said before the ball game that if they were patient, they could get backdoor cuts against this Ferrum aggressive defense.
Yeah, they play aggressive. They get out in the passing lane, but one of the things you have to do is make sure that you turn your head as Jack Hamilton gets the steal.
And the layup.
I didn't mean to cut you off there. But yes, Roanoke College doing a good job of turning up the defensive pressure there, getting a nice little full court layup from Jack Hamilton.
Now within 5, Warren. Shot no good. Rebound on the floor, picked up by Ferrum. Hamilton got knocked to the ground. Second chance opportunity for the Panthers as Vulovic nearly steals the pass to the wing.
Jumping out in the passing lane. And even though you don't get the steal, if you get the deflection and it's out of bounds, you get a chance to set up your defense one more time.
Mayo in for Rankin for the Panthers. Myers, Vulovic on him, the Roanoke Catholic product. And he's getting called for the hand check.
Native of Serbia, I believe. Am I correct?
You are. 4 team fouls now against Roanoke, 3 against the Panthers here in the second half. They go inbound to Hart in the left corner. Barrett not going to give him an open look. Myers back to Hart. Now mismatch in size with Humphreys on Mayo. Out top for Hart, 3 on the way, buries it. His second 3 of the ball game, 56-48.
And just on a simple screen down, he steps out to the top.
Sloppy pass from Barrett, long pass down the floor. Hart will run it down in the corner. Out to Myers. Roanoke not valuing their possessions here in the second half. Mayo, give it up. Hart, another 3 from the right side. This one's short. Rebound, Hamilton. Looks to push it himself, has English on his back. No advantage, 2 on 3. He'll take a 3 himself and stick it.
Kind of a second thought three-pointer. He drove down that left side and stopped, gave a little ball fake, and decided, heck, I'm open. I'm going to go ahead and shoot it.
Yeah, that's one of those things where the coach is saying, no, 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 nice shot.
Yeah, good shot, bad shot.
Yeah, Hamilton knocks the ball out of bounds, and that will allow substitutions to come in.
I think I had a career of the good shot, bad shot. Most of them were bad shots.
That's not what I heard.
Opinions vary.
Humphreys remains on the floor. Singleton, Amponsah, Lacey, and Daniels come off the bench for the Maroons. Into Hart. Amponsah has the job of covering him. They go inside. Ball's deflected by Humphreys, who came around the top to take it away from the pass into Mayo. They were trying to post the bigger guy inside. Singleton wants it. They lob it into him. Ball's tipped, and again, I don't know why they're not bouncing the ball into the post. Here comes Mayo, and Humphreys will step in front and pick up his 3rd personal foul, stopping the fast break. But
and the man that's passing it on the wing has to be the eyes of the man receiving the ball. If you're looking inside and you see that there's help side coming, if you throw it to the baseline and he catches it even underneath behind the backboard, you're putting your teammate in a position to fail. He's not going to be able to do anything there anyway.
Roanoke, I've got them for 10 second half turnovers. Driving is Mayo, loses the ball, it goes out of bounds to the Maroons. Nice help defense by Lacey, sliding over to help Daniels. Still a 5-point game, 56-51 with 10:36 to go. Jordan Thacker has come in for Humphreys now to give him a breather. Singleton. Daniels looks to drive, nothing there. Lacey to penetrate, double team, spins to the middle, tries a bounce pass inside, in traffic, stolen away. Pass into Hart, he loses the handle. Picked up by the Maroons. Lacey bounced to Singleton, stolen by Hart. Layup and one. Lacey's going to get called for the personal foul. That's when you just call timeout when you're on the ground and you've got the ball instead of trying to pass it in traffic.
You know, I was thinking the exact same thing. You know, you want to save possession right there. You've cut the lead to 5. You get a good stop.
And Hart pinballs in the free throw. He's now got 15 points. Lead back up to 8. Roanoke having trouble getting over the top here in the second half. And double dribble by Thacker, waiting for Daniels to cut.
Coach Moore, I think, going to call timeout.
Yep, he's going to take a timeout here. Let's see if this is a 30. This is just a 30 right here, and trying to settle the team down.
I think he's just going to try to rally the troops and tell them, hey, you know, there's still a little under 10 minutes to go. We've had some good possessions. We've had our chances. Now we just got to make sure we value the basketball and take good shots, and also at the defensive end, make sure we start getting some stops and box out and get some rebounds.
Well, credit Ferrum. They have been relentless in this ball game.
Well, and a couple things that have changed from the first half. You know, you just mentioned Roanoke College only had 5 turnovers in the first half. Now I think they're up to 11 for the second half. So they're starting to turn the ball over a little bit more. And the fouls that Ferrum had created or that had, you know, committed in the first half, now they've only got 3. So they're kind of changing a little bit, being able to defend without fouling this second half.
And Ferrum with 6 turnovers in the second half, Roanoke with 12. Says a lot right there. Mayo against Daniels. Going to drive in the middle, shoots over to Lacey. Pinballs out, rebound collected by the Panthers, and that's Jamal Pullen who's come in for the first time. Gives Singleton a little shove with the off arm. Mayo again setting up on the right wing. Hart, top of the key 3, spins out. And Lacey and Amponsa collect the rebound. Play number 1 calls out Thacker. Singleton with a high screen for Amponsa. Drives the middle, has it knocked away, and no, it goes off his knee out of bounds. And that's trying to make too much happen.
Yeah, trying to make too much happen. 4 men around him. Might just need a jump stop, make that extra pass to the open player.
Hart drives around. Amponsa loses the ball out of bounds. It will be, nope, it will be Ferrum basketball. Well, and if you've got 4 guys around you, somebody's open. And if they're not, they should be cutting to the basket, making themselves available.
Exactly. And once again, with Roanoke spreading the floor in the first half, that's what they were able to do. You got to continue to move.
Myers gets an open 3 off the inbound. That's no good. Amponsa with the rebound. Long pass for Singleton and knocked out of bounds by Myers. That's a break for Roanoke as the pass was a little bit long. Still an 8-point Panther lead. Maroons inbound right at the basket on the baseline. Thacker gets it into Singleton, but beating the 5-second count. Amponsa double team. Back out to Singleton. Open for 3. Got it.
Nice step and pop by Logan Singleton. And that's the threat that he gives you, that he can step out and hit the jumpers if need.
Mayo drives. Reverse layup, no good. Big stop for the Maroons. Here's Amponsa. He's 1 on 4. Out top, Singleton. Thacker to Lacey in the corner. They're trying to find Singleton inside. And there's a bad pass again from the top.
It's always hard to enter the ball to the post from the top of the key area. It's a tough angle.
Myers dishes. English, the lefty, swishes the baseline jumper. English with 17. Roanoke had it down to 5 once again. Daniels cutting to the basket, travels with the basketball. That time Imponsah gave up the ball, but Maroons with another turnover. Hamilton comes in for Lacey. I would think this would be an important stop here.
Yeah, with 7.5 to go.
It's time to make a statement if you're going to get back in this thing.
You got to take a possession at a time. Stops and scores is what you're really going to have to employ your team to get. And there's your stop.
There's a freebie. English throwing to Myers along the sideline, throws it away.
And I think Roanoke needs to remember that there's no 8, 9, 7-point shots. They need to chip at this thing one possession at a time.
Trailing by 7. Daniels against Sutter, looking for help. Now Thacker, shot clock down to 13. Hamilton looking to drive. Out to Thacker. Crosses over in the middle. Floater drops.
That's a tough shot by Thacker, being able to get into the lane and elevate and put the little floater up, much like the playground.
Gets the lead back down to 5. Mayo looking to go one-on-one, will give it up. Myers nearly has it stolen away by Thacker. And Jordan knocks it off into the sideline. Humphreys will replace him. Kessler is going to come in for Daniels. And we have a timeout called. This will be a full timeout, so we will take the break as well. 6:20 remaining. Ferrum 61, Roanoke 56. We're back in 30 on ESPN Radio.
Hey Roanoke fans, come out to the Bass Center on Saturday, December 3rd for Roanoke College's Maroon Madness. The action begins at 1 p.m. as the men's basketball team faces off with ODAC rival Lynchburg College, followed by the women's basketball team squaring off against Emory and Henry at 3 o'clock. The afternoon includes giveaways and prizes like a 32-inch TV, a $1,000 gift card to the Roanoke College bookstore, an iPod, and much, much more. Come out and support Roanoke College's Maroon Madness.
Dallas. I thank our stage manager, Nathan Seidel, today, keeping us informed of all the football scores. Ferrum with the basketball right to left in the second half. Mayo now working against Kessler. He's going to get a screen right from English. Loses the basketball. They're on the floor, tied up, and the arrow will favor Roanoke College. That's what Adam Kessler did so well last year, was provide a spark for the Maroons with his intense play at both ends, and there he creates the turnover.
Well, he's hard-nosed, he's athletic, and he's not afraid to stick his nose in. You know, what I liked about that possession for Roanoke College defensively is they're talking a little bit more on their screens. Ferrum's getting a lot of screening action away from the basketball down low, and Roanoke's earlier in the half was starting to get caught a little bit on that without helping out, and the pick and roll there was a good job of stepping out and hedging and then returning back to your man.
For those of you listening on the radio, not watching on the internet, the delay is because we have to wipe up the sweat. And as we mentioned, this is Division III, so we've got the referee and one of the players out there taking care of business.
You wouldn't see that at Cameron.
No, you wouldn't. Or the Dean Dome. So here comes Humphreys, who's back in the ball game. Gives to Imponsah, right wing outside 3. To Singleton stepping out top. Gives to Humphreys. Roanoke looks a little bit confused as to what they're running here. Hamilton down low left for Singleton. He'll face the basket, try and back down English. Gives to Hamilton in the middle for a short jumper. He misses it. There's Kessler to fight for the rebound. He's on the ground. Still has it. And they have a timeout called by the Maroons. And that's Adam Kessler once again getting in the middle of things and making something good happen.
And what I really like about that possession for Roanoke College, when they got the offensive rebound and Kessler was on the floor, I think 7 of the players on the bench yelled timeout as well as the coaching staff. So, the players are into the game as well, which is very, very important.
5:38 remaining. Roanoke with 3 timeouts now left. Ferrum with 5.
And the foul situation for Ferrum may come into play. They've only committed 3 fouls so far in this half, so they may be able to, with 5.5 to go, be able to create a little bit more pressure and maybe get a steal or two and get themselves an extra possession. They don't have to worry about giving Roanoke easy shots at the free throw line right now.
Humphreys with 3 fouls for Roanoke, along with Lacey. On the other side, English has 3, Good has 3, and Warren has 3. No player has 4 personal fouls in the game. And they did make this a full timeout, so the teams are over on the benches. We have a nice crowd on hand here. Started out rather sparsely, but gym has filled up nicely.
Well, and that's a good thing for the V Foundation and everything that goes into it. Coach Morey does an excellent job of really promoting this, and Roanoke College has embraced it, and it's been a real nice little fundraiser for them in the last few years.
Inbound to Kessler, right side, outside the arc. Looking for Singleton inside. Again, they're 3-quarter fronting Singleton in the post and having a hard time getting him the ball.
That's where you may need to keep your dribble and get a better angle to create your pass into the post.
Singleton dives down into the block. Imponsah drives, dishes out to Humphreys, fakes the shot, goes to the basket, has it stripped, and King's got the loose ball.
Good active hands by King.
Mayo again running things from out front against Kessler. Far side to Hart. Humphreys has him, gets a screen. Hamilton switches out. Left corner, Sutter, 3, got it.
That's a tough shot. Nice ball reversal by Ferrum College, making the extra pass.
Roanoke a couple of opportunities to cut it under 5, and now they're down by 8 again. 4.5 to play. Hamilton driving left side. And Imponsah gets a screen from Singleton. He'll take a 3 from the front and knock it down. His second 3-point field goal of the ball game. I believe that's his first point of the second half. He's got 15.
Imponsah reading the screen correctly. No one stepped out to hedge, so he was open for the jumper.
English down low, turnaround jumper over Humphreys, no good. Rebound tipped around. King controls, gives it up. Mayo out front, they'll reset. Fresh 35. Maroons trail 64-59.
Smart possession by Ferrum, pulling the ball back out and using the clock.
As King is going to get a blocking foul on Humphreys, who paid the price. As King lowered the shoulder and spun baseline, looked like Charles Barkley. That's 4 fouls now on Humphreys with 3:51 to go.
King going to the line for the 1-and-1.
King 5 of 6 from the stripe.
You're also getting to the point in the game now that if you're running college, you're going to have to look at who you're going to try to put on the free throw line as the time starts to dwindle down.
So King goes back to the line, 11 points on the game. And converts on the front end.
King last year second on the team in field goal percentage and was also second in rebounds.
Roanoke's next game at Bluefield State, 7:30 p.m. tip-off. Misses the second. There's Singleton for the Ferrum. Quickly, Roanoke going the other way. Ferrum back on defense. Singleton, Imponsah, 3:41 to play. Trailing by 6. Underneath, Imponsah wide open off the Hamilton feed for the bunny. Nice play by the Maroons on the backside. Imponsah gets open.
Well, Imponsah making a hard basket cut, sprinting to the basket, losing his man. And Hamilton keeping his head up, finding him for the easy 2.
Within 4, Mayo. And they're going to call a blocking foul, I think. Hamilton turns a little bit sideways on the penetration. And he's going to pick up his 3rd personal foul. I think if he had stayed square, he might have gotten the charge call.
Yep, he just slid in there, just like you said, just a fraction right at the end, turning his upper body. Easy call for the official.
Mayo has not been to the line today. makes the first one. Mayo was just 1 for 4 against Emory from the free throw line. Looked good on that one.
Sometimes you can attribute that. You know, young man's been on the gridiron for up until probably about 2 weeks ago. So.
Well, the other question with Hamilton is if you're inside the arc, they have an NBA arc, you can not draw the charge, but can get called for the blocking foul.
Exactly, and that's a new rule that's been implemented by the NCAA, I believe, at all levels this year.
Bricks the second one. Ball's tipped way out high and will be controlled by the Panthers. So Roanoke not boxing out effectively. Mayo down low, throws it away. Trying to find King.
Good defensive pressure by Roanoke College. Both on the ball pressure defense and then help side defense.
5-point game, 3:09 to play. Roanoke trails. The Maroons have led by 3. Panthers have led by as many as 10, and they have led almost the entire way. Ferrum has. Hamilton into Singleton, right block. Goes around English and lays it home.
Logan with a quick turnaround, catching the ball, facing the basket, using his size and his length to be able to muscle it up over English.
They go into the left block to King against Hamilton. Going baseline, fadeaway jumper, goes. That is a tough shot.
That's a tough shot and a nice roll.
That is a Michael Jordan shot.
Ferrum going to a full timeout.
And we'll take the break as well. 68-63, 2:39 remaining. We're back in 30 seconds on ESPN Radio.
Be competitive in this game, but you know, this is kind of a building block for the rest of your season. If you want to compete in the ODAC play, consistency is going to be something that you need to have night in and night out.
Well, the Maroons taking on some quality opponents here early in the season. Emory ranked number 13. Ferrum picked, I believe, preseason number 3 in the USA South. And now Panthers showing trap, full court pressure, and then drop back.
Just slowing down Roanoke a little bit, trying to get them to use up a little bit of that clock.
2-possession ball game. Hamilton drives the middle. Leaner in the lane, partially blocked. And that was something that he did last year. He'd start from 18 feet away, put it on the floor, and think he could get to the hole. And he is not John Wall. Got him into trouble last year, and that's not what you wanted right there.
Well, once again, if you just jump stop and come to a complete set, you'll be able to find the teammate.
Sutterth misses the shot, and we've got a push on the rebound. And see who they give that foul to. It's going to be against Ferrum.
And Ferrum also going back to the 1-2-1-1 full court, just trying to slow down Roanoke. Not looking to get any steals, but just slowing them down, making sure they use up a little bit of clock.
King picks up his 3rd personal foul. Roanoke into the offensive zone. 1:45 to play. Down 5. Amponsah right wing will drive against Mayo. Step back, lean in, bank shot no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and he gets drilled. He'll get a pair of free throws. And I think King just picked up his 4th personal foul. See who they give that to. Yep, 25.
See the difference in the last 2 possessions for Roanoke College. When Amponsah got in the paint, he jump stopped and shot fake to be able to let some guys get by and was able to get himself square. Whereas Hamilton, the previous possession, kind of a little bit out of control.
1:38 remaining. Impunsa from the free throw line. Swishes the first one.
So Roanoke now's got to look to see who they want to foul and who's going to be on the floor that they want to put to the line.
18 points, 6 of 6 from the line. Can make it a one-possession game here, but does not. The ball rattles out. 4-point game, 1:33 and counting. Mayo out top against Kessler. Impunsa goes for the steal. It goes off of Hart and into the crowd. It'll be Roanoke basketball.
And once again, that's something that Impunsa can give you. A couple turnovers here and there. He might actually get the steal, or this time he let it deflect off of the Ferrum Panther player. Possession Roanoke College with a chance now to cut it to 2.
Or 1 with a 3.
Yeah, or 1 with a 3.
All right, that we've cleaned the floor up.
We've done the housekeeping. Once again, like we said earlier, it just comes down under 3 to 4 minutes to play about getting stops and scores. Stops and scores. They got the stop. Let's see what they can do on the offensive end.
Humphreys against Sutter. Give it to Impunsa. Gets a screen from Singleton. Back out he comes.
Nice job from English from Ferrum of stepping out on Singleton.
Hamilton open right baseline. Buries the 18-footer. Nice pass from Humphreys. Hamilton has 12. It's a 2-point game.
Well, that's more Hamilton's, game of getting himself square and open for that open baseline jumper.
Under a minute to play. Mayo out top. Crowd making some noise. Kessler against Mayo. Gets around the screen. They go in the left corner to Hart. Hart fakes the 3. Going to drive in the middle. Throw it over to Sutter. Shot clock down to 8. Mayo against Kessler. Loses the ball, picks it up. Shot clock at 3. Out top, Sutter. Hart loses the handle. Shot clock violation. And the Roanoke bench explodes.
Coach Moyer, I know, has got to be proud of his players. Good rotation defense. I think he mentioned in his pregame, you're going to have to play good shell defense, and that's a great example right there of guys rotating over, cutting off baselines, and contesting every pass and the shot attempt.
Down by 2, 27 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Impunsa driving to the basket. Layup, no! He got a clean look, and King is fouled with 17.8 to play. He can't believe he missed that shot.
And it might be one of those instances where he was too open. With the way that Ferrum had been collapsing and going and trying to contest shots, he didn't get as much contact as he probably felt he was going to.
Shot it hard off the window. 30-second timeout taken, or is this a full?
This is a full.
All right, we'll take the break as well. 18 seconds remaining. Ferrum on the free throw line for the 1-and-1. Roanoke down by 1, 62, 68, 66. We're back in 30 seconds on ESPN Radio.
Be sure to catch Roanoke College sports on Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7 in Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, Lexington, and Blacksburg. Brought to you by Mac and Bob's, Main Street, Salem. For programming information or schedules, go to valleyvisiontv.com.
And we are back. Rick Seidel, Chuck Parker with you. And Chuck, take us through what's going on in these huddles.
Well, first off, for Ferrum College, Coach Tharp is talking to his players. He's got a 1-and-1, so you got to prepare for making 2 or making 1 or actually missing the first one. So he's going to set up his defense for all those 3 possessions. And then Coach Moyer is telling his players, hey, there's 17 seconds to go. The worst thing that's going to happen is we're going to be down 4 with the ball. We may be down 3 or still down 2. We got to make sure we push the ball up and have a good possession and don't just settle for a quick 3.
So it'll be King on the line. He has made 5 of 6 from the stripe and hits the first one. 14 points on the ball game.
And I'm sure Ferrum's going to go to the basketball hard on this miss. They've only committed 5 fouls.
Well, this one makes it a 2-possession game, and he sticks it.
Yeah, if he was going to miss, and Coach Tharp going for a 30-second timeout to set his defense up 4.
Timeout taken. by the Panthers. 17.8 to play. They're up by 4, 70-66. We'll be back in 30 seconds on ESPN Radio. All right, we're back. Rick Seidel, Chuck Parker with you. Ferrum on top, 70-66. 17.8 seconds remaining. Roanoke with the basketball. A two-possession game here. You got to take a quick shot and then a quick attempt at a steal or a foul. Three-pointer doesn't really matter. And Ponsah takes a long three, misses it, and rebounded by King with 9 seconds left. And Humphreys fouls him, and he's done. And the Maroons look like they are too with 8.7 to go.
I don't know if that's the shot that Coach Moyer is going to draw up in the huddle.
Go to the basket, make something happen.
Exactly. Go to the basket, make something happen, try to draw a foul. And that way, set your defense.
Thacker's going to come in for Humphreys.
You know, you put your offense at a little bit of a disadvantage if you're just going to shoot a running one-hand three early in the shot clock.
So it'll be Amponsah, Singleton, Hamilton, Vulovic, and Thacker for the Maroons. And Hart will go to the free throw line. Hart 1 for 1, now make it 2 for 2. If he makes this, the Maroons have to go for 2.
Yeah.
For 3. And he gets them both.
And give Ferrum College credit. Going down to the end, they're hitting the free throws when they need to.
6 seconds to go. Singleton a three from the right side. That's short and right. 2 seconds left, and that's going to do it. Ferrum defeats Roanoke 72-66. The Maroons drop to 0-2 on the season, and Ferrum improves to 1-2 on the year as the teams shake hands. As this final game of the V Foundation Classic concludes. Roanoke's next ball game will be Tuesday evening at Bluefield State, a 7:30 tip-off, and we'll be on the air at 7:15 with our pregame show. So I hope you will join us for that one as Roanoke looks to get their first win of the season. Maroons playing better today than yesterday, but still not enough to get it done against a very athletic and aggressive Panther ball club. So right now we're going to take a break. We'll be back with our final stats, our interview with Coach Moyer as our postgame show will commence in just a few moments. You're listening to Roanoke College Basketball on the Maroons Radio Network.
Beautiful is the only way I could describe Roanoke's campus. The Blue Ridge Mountains offer a breathtaking backdrop to historic brick buildings and sprawling walkways. From the moment you step on campus, you can't help but notice Roanoke's friendly atmosphere. The cozy layout of campus encourages a tight-knit sense of community. Walking from my dorm to class takes no more than a few minutes, so getting places is never a hassle in any weather. The traditional architecture of the buildings and arrangement of campus around 2 main quads gives Roanoke a classic college feel. During any time of year, you can find students hanging out on campus. Roanoke is so comforting and welcoming that it's virtually impossible not to feel at home here. My favorite place on campus is the bench under the bell tower because it's a great place to relax or read a book.
I love the campus here at Roanoke. When I first visited, it felt right to me. It's the way I picture college in my mind. There are lots of classic-looking buildings with big columns, brick paths, and lots of big, old trees. I like the way the older buildings convey a sense of history, and the newer buildings reflect that style, but are more modern. My favorite spot on campus is the front quad in front of the admin building because I really enjoy the open spaces here. During the warmer months, everyone is outside studying, throwing a football around, or just hanging out.